Standard neuroscience describes the brain as a biological computer. In this model, 86 billion neurons act as binary switches, firing electrical signals across synapses to process data. But this mechanical explanation fails to account for the hard problem of consciousness, the subjective experience of a sunset, or the specific feeling of a memory. Processing data is one thing, the actual sensation of being alive is another. In the 1990s, physicist Roger Penrose, seen here mapping the mathematics of spacetime, collaborated with anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff to suggest a different source for our awareness. Their premise was that neurons are merely macro-scale cables. To find the actual seat of consciousness, they argued we have to look past the switch and examine the microscopic structures housed inside the cells. We have to zoom deep into the subcellular architecture of the brain, past the reach of classical physics, to find the actual spark of awareness. Traveling deep inside the structural scaffolding of the neuron, we find a dense, interlaced network of hollow tubes. These are microtubules, polymers built from a hexagonal lattice of peanut-shaped tubulin. Every protein contains nonpolar pockets shielded from the cell's watery environment. Inside, pi electrons enter a state of quantum superposition, occupying multiple orientations simultaneously, functioning as qubits within our brain's wiring. This architectural evidence suggests the brain operates as a vast subcellular quantum computer, processing information far beneath the level of the neural synapse. This theory faces a major scientific hurdle. Quantum states are notoriously fragile. Usually, the heat and noise of a biological system would cause these delicate states to collapse instantly. This spectrogram tracks the resonance frequencies of microtubules. Researcher Anirban Bandokhaja discovered they vibrate in nested hierarchies, oscillators inside oscillators, across varying frequencies. This creates a fractal time crystal. Clocks reside inside other clocks, forming a repeating triplet of triplets protecting quantum coherence. These nested vibrations create a geometric musical language. Information is processed as 3D vibrating geometries, where the phase relationship between different clocks holds the data for our sensory signals. All of our memory and sensory signals are stored as physical, morphing 3D topologies that vibrate continuously within the cell. As this geometric time crystal oscillates, the quantum superposition inside accumulates a critical amount of mass energy, what the theory calls epistemic mass. According to the theory of orchestrated objective reduction, or ORC, this energy builds until it reaches a threshold where the underlying fabric of spacetime can no longer support the superposition. At this moment of instability, the system undergoes an objective reduction. It is forced to collapse, selecting a single, definite state from all quantum possibilities. This collapse is non-computable. Because it is triggered by an objective threshold in spacetime geometry, it cannot be predicted or replicated by any algorithm, making it a unique physical event. This singular, non-algorithmic bing within the microtubule is posited as the physical birth of a single, discrete moment of conscious awareness. While one collapse is a flicker, billions of cells participate in a continuous stream of these events, creating the seamless experience of reality. Because this process is non-computable, it functions outside the deterministic constraints of a standard algorithm. It suggests that human choice is not a calculation by a biological machine, but an event that exceeds the limits of formal logic. Moving out from the tubulin pocket and through the branching networks of the neuron, we return from the quantum scale back to the human scale. Human awareness appears to be a fractal quantum symphony. Through the objective reduction of these subcellular states, the flickering of our consciousness may directly reconfigure the fine-scale geometry of spacetime itself.